It's that bat time, and you're tuned in to the right bat channel. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages, welcome to Nerd Sports 235. 235. Yeah. We will not be joined by the Mountain Man this week. He is still recovering from his procedure. However, we've got Colin for the entirety of the episode.
You're
Hooray!
Yay.
I mean, where's it at? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Anyways, so without further ado, we're going to turn things over to our esteemed producer, David Dickerman, albeit very briefly, for this week's Weird Sport. David.
I've been saving this for the longest time.
Okay.
I love AI. Let's just say that.
Early pace, but look at the American in lane 3, elbows high, wrist rotation spotless, plate one already in the rack, into the second wash now, the Japanese athlete keeping it tidy on the left branch, just half a second back, listen to the crowd!
Okay. We're starting off like that this week.
and that's how the podcast ended. That's how it ended.
No.
Yeah.
There's a series of these. There's one.
No,
where
I know. It's just like
it was so hilarious. There's like how fast you can get a man a beer. There's one that is like see how long a woman can not talk.
There's
Not
a
even-
video out
we're-
there.
we're
It's a
not-
married couple. She gets in the car. And he's like, he goes, I bet that I can do something that you can't, and it's going to make you mad. And she just starts going off. She's like talking shit to him. She's like, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it that you're doing that you can do that's going to make me so mad? Why are you not talking to me? Why are you not saying anything? Then after a minute, she is like raving pissed, right? He goes, I didn't say anything for a whole minute. And then she looks at him. She's like, you know, that
No.
you're not getting any pussy tonight look.
I still like the one where it was kind of a reverse. And he's like, I'll do anything if you can make me upset with just one word. And he was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's the word? Okay. What's the word?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen that one.
Dude.
Okay.
And this is gonna have to be one of the short episodes today, but
We're good. Baseball. Yes, baseball is still occurring. Game 3 is actually being played right now. Bottom of the third, 1 out. Series tied a game apiece, but the Dodgers have a 2-0 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to say this. I'm not watching the World Series this year, and it's for nothing else except for Canada. I don't fucking want to watch it because of Canada. Right? I mean, you get those people. Well, the Blue Jays are in the division with the Red Sox, and that doesn't mean that I want any other team besides the Red Sox representing the AL East in the Fall Classic. And besides that, fuck the Blue Jays. I mean, really.
I mean, South Park made a song about it.
You know, and I feel dirty, right? Having to find myself rooting for the Dodgers 2 years in a row.
Yeah. It is kind of dirty.
It is. Now, there is some controversy, though. Game 1, the Toronto Blue Jays, they teed off on LA 11-4. And then game 2, got a little light onto it. I'm not going to pull up the video because, you know, baseball. But George Springer, the same George Springer from the 2017 Houston Astros, was hit by a pitch in that game by the Dodgers pitcher. The only pitcher that got hit the entire game. In fact, the only pitcher that got hit the entire season by this pitcher, or the hitter, the only hitter that got hit, right? They broke down the video. There is a silhouette of a smartwatch underneath George Springer's compression sleeve. And when the ball ricocheted off his arm and hit the watch, he goes and hits the ground and he covers up his wrist. Wearing a smartwatch during a game is a huge no-no, right? Mostly because they can see, what pitch is going to be delivered. They can, they can tip the hitter off. This is going to be something off speed. It's going to be, a fastball. That way he knows how to adjust his timing. The Dodgers won game 2, 5-1. They're leading game 3, 2-0 right now. I think it would be very interesting if the Dodgers won this series in 5 games, and the very explosive offense of the Toronto Blue Jays is suddenly silenced because they don't know what's coming anymore because, we got to get rid of all this crap before baseball does an investigation. Right? I mean, it's kind of disappointing because, you would think that George Springer, he deliberately left Houston because he wanted to distance himself from that team. And, here they are, or here he is, smack dab in the middle of what could potentially become another cheating scandal. I really don't I don't want to be one of those people that is just kind of like, oh yeah, hey, what do you expect? It's the Astros, blah, 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 blah. But the Astros went and they won the World Series the right way back in 22. So I'm like, okay, they just happened to get caught cheating. They didn't have to vacate their title or anything. But, there were suspensions, there was fines, stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, for somebody that was as close to that scandal as he was back in 2017, it's like I said, it's just a disappointment to see him involved in something like this potentially here in 2025. So I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens with it and go from there. But not a whole lot of news past that. You're not going to hear any news until after the World Series is over. It's generally tends to be par for the course. It's kind of like an unwritten rule. You don't make any major announcements until after the World Series because the entire baseball community needs to be focused on the World Series. So going forward, I'm going to swap it up for just this week because we are going to try to make this short. I'm going to jump over to NASCAR real quick before we get into the NFL. It was the cutoff race before the championship weekend next weekend. It was held in Martinsville, Virginia, at Martinsville Speedway for the Xfinity 500. This race was so good. I mean, it was so good. William Byron, driver of the 24 Chevy Camaro for Hendrick Motorsports, scored 61 points on yesterday. That is the most that you can score in a race, right? Well, 62 is well, no, it is 61 because he got the fastest lap, so that's an extra bonus point, right? He finished first in all 3 stages of the race to include the race win. So he managed to amass 61 points, which condensed. There we go. Am I freezing on you guys' end? No? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So coincidentally, he needed to win to get in. And he won. He dominated the day. He led 304 laps. Yeah. 304 out of 500 laps. It was him at the front, right? And I'm telling you, he did not have a good round of 8. I mean, they had issues at the Roval. At Las Vegas. They had issues right there at the end at Talladega where he didn't even get to finish the race coming into the last turn. He needed a win to get in, and there was a lot of point scenarios that were being played out. Ryan Blaney needed a win to get in. So did Joey Logano. So did Christopher Bell. The only person that could have gotten in on points was Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell. So Kyle Larson finished the day ahead of Christopher Bell and advanced to the championship race based on points alone. William Byron won the race, and he advanced by virtue of the win. Everybody else below that cut line eliminated from contention for the points championship. So we're going to head into Phoenix next weekend for the championship. It has basically come down to Joe Gibbs Racing versus Hendrick Motorsports, because they both have two drivers in the Final Four. You've got Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, and Kyle Larson. All four of those guys are going to have the baddest hot rods on the planet come race day. I mean, they're going to hopefully unload fast. They're going to be up front for most of the day. The only question mark that we may or may not see is yesterday, the Toyota teams blew 3 engines.
What the hell?
And they get all their engines. They don't build their engines. They get their engines from the manufacturer. So they get their engines from Toyota. And there's just been kind of a litany of mechanical gremlins for the Toyota teams over the last 3 weeks.
Why don't they just put the engine they use for the Hilux in there? Those things go forever.
So the fastest lap of the race was run by William Byron at 19.75 seconds. Ryan Blaney had kind of positioned himself to contend for the win with about 10 laps to go or so. William Byron was coming on strong. He had the better car. Ryan Blaney, to get around at Martinsville, you kind of have to protect the bottom line, right? The bottom lane. Ryan Blaney went up the track a little bit coming into turn 1. Yeah, it was turn 1. And William Byron had a head of steam. He had a good run, a lot of momentum carrying out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. He dive bombs Ryan Blaney, gets up underneath him. Ryan Blaney's just kind of pinned there in the middle lane because the 10 car is running up high, which is a lap car, right? A car that's not contending for the win. They're just trying to get out of the way. Ryan Blaney didn't have anywhere to go. So he tries to come down to block and squeeze William Byron a little bit, and William Byron puts his front bumper just up into the right or into the left rear fender of Ryan Blaney, moves him up the track, gets him all kinds of loose, and he just takes off. Ryan Blaney tried to make a charge for it, and he used up his tires and just faded there at the end. Now, he did end up winning. Or he did end up finishing second in that race. What's unique about Ryan Blaney is the fact that he started in 31st position for the day. So at that, it's pretty wild. So Chase Elliott needed to win to get in. He finished 3rd. So out of the top 5, Hendrick Motorsports had three drivers in the top 5 at the end of the day. They had William Byron, who won the race, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson round out your top 5. You had Ryan Preece, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland, Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Austin Cindric round out your top 15. Austin Dillon, Cole Custer, Bubba Wallace 18th, Justin Haley 19th. Brad Keselowski finishes your 20th. John Hunter Nemechek 21st. Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman. See Michael McDowell, Zane Smith, Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., AJ Allmendinger, Chris Buescher, Noah Gragson is your top 30. Carson Hocevar, your 31st finisher. Cody Ware, Casey Mears, Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin with an engine failure, Riley Herbst with an engine failure, and Chase Briscoe with an engine failure. Those are the 3 Toyota drivers that finished without, because of engine problems. So Toyota is there was some rumor that Toyota was trying to test an engine that was going to produce more horsepower with the hopes of taking it to Phoenix. All 3 engines blew. So they've got to go back to the drawing board, or they've got to bring a regular engine next week for this championship race. Because for the first time in a couple of years, there are no Fords contending for the championship.
That's kind of sad.
It's Chevy versus Toyota. So we here at Angry Me Production, we pull for, we're pulling for Team Hendrick. Absolutely, all the way. You see a lot of people, they're like, Denny Hamlin deserves this win. Be that as it may. I mean, the guy, he's been in the league. He's been in the Cup Series forever. He's got 60 wins. I just think that, Jimmy Johnson became the new 7-time champion. I think that Denny Hamlin needs to replace Mark Martin as the champion in waiting, right? He was always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I think that would be great. It's just, I'm sure Denny Hamlin is a wonderful person, and I'm sure he's a great person to hang out with. I don't know. I would not be heartbroken if he never won a championship. Honestly, I just kind of see it that way. But going into next week, we've got all 3 series, major touring series. They've got it's their championship weekend, right? So when you got the Final Four for all 3 series. Right now for the Cup guys, like I said, it's Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, and Kyle Larson. Let me see here. And then for the Xfinity Series, you've got 3 drivers from Junior Motorsports, which is Dale Jr.'s Xfinity team. You've got Connor Zilisch, Carson Kvapil, and Justin Allgaier, all 3 Junior Motorsports drivers contending for the championship. And then you've got Jesse Love, who drives the number 2 Chevy for Richard Childress. So it's all Chevy all day next Saturday for the Xfinity Series.
Last race is in November, right? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
It's this weekend, actually, or this coming weekend.
Okay.
Initially, I thought I was going to be on the road because I was like, oh, I'm going to get the boys this weekend. Nay, I don't get them until the following weekend. So my butt is going to be planted in front of the TV all weekend watching racing when I'm not moving my in-laws into their new apartment. Yeah. But hey, thank God for the SiriusXM app on my phone, because I can listen to the race while I'm working. Yeah. So there's that. In the truck series, you've got all 3 manufacturers being represented there. So you got Corey Haim, who runs for Tricon Garage. He drives the number 11 Toyota Tundra. He's got 11 wins this year in the truck series. Caden Honeycutt. What's funny about Caden Honeycutt is the fact that he's filling in for Todd Friesen, right? Todd Friesen went up to Canada to run a modified series race and got hurt. So he can't compete for the rest of the year in his own truck. So Caden Honeycutt came in as a fill-in and won a race as a fill-in. That qualified him in the truck series to qualify for the playoffs. He managed to advance himself through the playoffs and compete for a championship. So, and he's one of those drivers that doesn't have a full-time ride next year. Mm-hmm. So there is a potential here for him to claim a points championship for himself and a owner point championship for Halmar Frazen Racing, and then go into next season running a part-time schedule. That's not been done before, right? Usually the defending champion runs the full schedule the following year. Somebody needs to give this guy a ride. It's just all there is to it.
Didn't we talk about that a couple of months ago?
No. Well, we were talking about back when for Labor Day weekend, right? Because you got the Indianapolis 500 and the Coke 600 on the same day.
Oh no, it was Bubba Wallace.
Oh yeah, Bubba Wallace. But yeah, Bubba Wallace competed in all of his races. So I mean, in the Cup Series, you have to be in the car. You have to start every race in order to qualify for playoff contention, right? You have to, in order to qualify for the playoffs, or they have the opportunity to qualify for the playoffs, you have to compete in every race. You have to start every race.
Okay.
So that's what that is. But in the Truck Series, that's not necessarily a requirement because they only run a 26 race season anyway. So as opposed to the Cup guys where they run a 36 race season. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. So the rest of the field, you got Ty Majeski, who runs for Thor Sport Racing. That's a 98 Ford F-150. And then Tyler Ankrum running a Chevy Silverado for McNally Hilgerman Racing. So all three series have their championship race this weekend in Avondale, Arizona, which is basically Phoenix. So they're going to be running that. So for me, the races that I'm going to watch the Xfinity race. I may end up checking out the truck race too. I'm not sure yet. But the Phoenix race is going to be this Saturday, November 1st. It is going to be a 6:30 Central start time. It's going to be on the CW. That's also going to be on, I believe it is PRN, which is the Performance Racing Network. Let me take a look something here. Schedule. No, it's going to be on the Motor Racing Network. So it's going to be on the Motor Racing Network or SiriusXM channel 90 in your car or on your SiriusXM app or mobile device. And of course, you're going to have your driver's feeds on HBO Max, at least for the Cup guys. But as far as the Cup guys are going to be concerned, that is going to be Sunday, November 2nd. That is going to be a 2:00 Central start time. That event will be the NASCAR Series Championship at Phoenix Raceway. 312 laps, 312 miles. And all the aforementioned platforms that it's going to be showing on. It's been a long season, but this has been a really good, fun season to watch just because of the different storylines that have been fleshing themselves out. I mean, you're going to get into where hot, baseball during the offseason, they got with the hot stove, right? Where, players make transactions. They go from one team to the next, stuff like that. In NASCAR, it's called the silly season. So, you're going to have teams that are going to have new drivers. You're going to have teams of new crew chiefs, new front office people moving around, people leaving, people retiring, people getting fired, stuff like that. So there's going to be a different landscape, kind of. And then there's even a rumor that NASCAR is going to announce a revised playoff format for next season. So we'll see. I'm not a big fan of that idea. I think that the racing fleshed out, or that the playoff format allowed for good racing this year. I mean, it did. So I don't know. I mean, unless they're going to expand the playoff field, I have no idea. So we'll see how they figure that out. Maybe they take away, maybe you have to be in the top 25 in points at the end of the season to qualify for the playoffs. With a win, you can't just be, hey, I'm going to get a win and then I'm going to fall back and I'm going to just kind of hang out back of the field for the rest of the season and finish 34th in points. They're not going to want people to do that anymore. So they're going to want competition across the board from start to finish. And I agree with that because it makes all the other teams all that much better. So we'll see what happens. But getting into football, let's get into these picks here. First game of the week. First off, the Commanders, Washington is in the red zone right now with 58 seconds left in the first half. They are trailing the Kansas City Chiefs 6-7 right now for Monday Night Football. But that game will continue to develop, and it's not going to, really, it's not going to do a lot to change who won this week. Right now, I think Chris far and away is the overall points leader for this week on his picks. And then next week, whenever we come on, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to look at the spreadsheet and I'm going to do all the tabulating and I'm going to find out. We're going to get our week 9 kind of like progress report and see where everybody's at.
Okay.
So, but getting into these picks, first game of the week was a Thursday game. It was the Vikings at the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. Colin, you were the only one to pick the Vikings. The Vikings fell about 27 points short of tying.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
a
I heard
10 to
about that.
37. Yeah, it was a 10-30. It was a 10-37 victory for the Chargers. Moving on, we all, well, to be quite blunt, we all shit the bed on this pick. We picked the Falcons.
We didn't shit the bed, okay?
Okay, no,
The
we
Falcons
didn't
shit the bed.
We did not. Yes, you are right. We did not shit the bed.
We had faith,
We did. We had faith in the ATL.
and they failed us
They
We-
did.
horribly.
We made
did.
an educated wish.
I mean,
The next one.
they probably got their scouting films from CNN. I mean, for those of you who don't know, CNN is headquartered in Atlanta. Atlanta Falcons. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, the Dolphins came to play for some ungodly reason. Yeah, who'd have thought?
The first two, yeah, we did not fail. Okay,
Yeah.
the teams failed us. We chose.
Well, David, you, myself, and Chris, we picked the Chargers, so we got the first game right.
Well, yeah, that's why I said the first two of actually Sunday.
Now, the Mountain Man was the only one to pick the Ravens to win against the Bears. And he got that one right.
And still
16-30.
I love the man of death. I hope he's healing really good, but still fuck him.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, absolutely. Bastard. As beautiful as he may be, he's still a bastard. We all picked Buffalo. That was probably
That was
as close to our no shit game of the week as we were probably going to get. As we will find out with the next score here. We all picked Buffalo. They trounced the Carolina Panthers and made them remember exactly who they are. They're punching over their weight right now at 4-4. They're on their way to going back below the 500 line, and the universe will balance itself out. Cats and dogs will start to get along. Cowboys fans will start to sit down when they pee again.
It's half
peace and harmony.
Now it's half the season right now. They finally figured out. It's like, oh, wait a minute, we work in Carolina.
Yeah. It's like
we can't do this anymore, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's in the barbecue sauce.
You know,
who the hell puts
It's in the script.
vinegar? I mean, it's vinegar in your. I mean, really? Come on. You can't even do a good brisket in Carolina. That's why they deal with pork and they have to use vinegars because it's the only way to make some of the cuts.
Disgusting.
Well, I mean, I use mustard as a binder on my brisket, but I salt and pepper the hell out of that thing. But I don't. My brisket comes out good enough to where, yeah, people use barbecue sauce, but that's just because they're uncultured swines in my house. Just saying.
I don't use any.
You do
sauce.
not. No, I have raised you properly. So good on you there. Now, this was supposed to be our no shit pick of the week. The 0-7 Jets going into Cincinnati with their newly minted quarterback, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco gave it the good old college try. He's going to be in Wyatt's World's NFL therapy video this week, I have a feeling. Because the Jets picked up their first win of the season, 39-38.
Yeah, this is almost like
And you know what sealed the deal for them? The Bengals were driving down the field, and Joe Flacco threw an interception with 20 seconds left in the game. 23 seconds left.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the thing. You know, I would say we need to go buy lottery tickets, but that would require us to have gotten a perfect week, right? And none of us have done that yet. The only one I know that has done that is myself, and that was last season. Remember that? Anyway, so moving on. David, you and Chris both picked the Niners to come into Houston and beat up on the beleaguered Houston Texans. On National Tight Ends Day, 2 tight ends from San Francisco, George Kittle and I think his backup, both scored touchdowns on Sunday. But it wasn't enough because the Houston Texans, repping H-Town in their repping H-Town uniforms, won 15-26. Colin, you and I picked Houston, by the way.
Yeah.
Next up, this was the not the no shit lock of the week, but it was the no brainer of the week. The Patriots beat the Browns 32-13. The Patriots are 6-2. They are leading the AFC East. Everybody thinks that Drake May is like the second coming of Tom Brady. I mean, personally, I think that somebody went to Tom Brady's house, hit him with some roofies or chloroform or something like that, and freaking jerked them off and went
Are you
and
talking about-
inseminated this baby.
You talking about this stupid scene from Ted?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, life imitating art. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Calling that movie stupid.
The perfect spiral.
it is the perfect spiral.
It was funny.
No, yeah, I like the movie. It's funny.
I love
I
the new
think-
NFL, the NFL and Fox commercials. The ones where it's like these random ass people like wake up with Tom Brady's football IQ. And he's sitting there, he's like, I understand you. Hey, are these free? He takes like 2 coffee mugs and walks away. Now I had some misplaced trust in the New York Giants. I picked them to beat the Eagles because they'd already done it once this year.
They're
Yeah.
Now, Scatterbo, their running back, dislocated his ankle.
Oh no, he did not.
Oh, it was like snap
broke.
tendons and everything.
He
It broke.
yeah,
So he Dak Prescotted it. Okay, I got you.
yeah, he is out for the season.
He is out for the season.
And
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now.
The Giants may never win again.
And, yeah, I mean, dude, he was a beast. But when we were watching that one Giants game, and Trey called it. He's like, he's gonna break something doing all that. And guess what? I was seeing videos and everything.
Speaking of Trey, I really hope he's on the show Wednesday
Oh yeah.
because it'll be short lived because he's going to be like, yeah, you're right, fucking whatever, blah blah blah. But my Aggies, my 8-0 Aggies,
No.
marched into Death Valley and beat the fuck out of LSU for the first time in Death Valley in like 31 years.
No, that's not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is he's like they finally got rid of him.
Yeah, they finally got rid of their coach. Yeah, dude, I mean, come on.
But with
But you know what? Brian Kelly's going to be okay because they had to buy out his $100 million contract.
$35 million.
Yeah. So
He's I'm gonna go over something on that with a lot of these contract signings, and we'll get onto it on Wednesday. But yeah, there's videos of there's like
the AI video where he breaks his ankle for himself.
No,
and he's
no,
like,
no,
look,
no.
guys.
No, there's like he's in the hospital and everything, and Dart's like, "I'm sorry, Scatterbro," and yell at him.
Oh, no.
I
So-
gotta put you down, boy.
I got to put you
I'm
down.
sorry, boy. We gotta have to put you
Paul
down.
told me I had to do it.
Yeah.
So the Eagles ended up winning 38-20. You guys got that pick right. I obviously did not. I would say that this was no shit pick of the week B.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Buccaneers going into New
Wait,
Orleans.
wait. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Keep going. Keep going. I thought you were talking about Dick for a second. Because I have a.
No.
I have a,
No.
Yeah. My,
We all picked Buccaneers. We all picked Tampa Bay to go in and beat up on the Saints.
Yeah. Saints
That
had
happened.
a really good team from long, long.
Well, that's what happens when Drew Brees retires and you see that decline, because you don't have a quarterback worth of shit.
Or your team's not doing bounty hunts anymore.
Yeah. Bounty Gate. Yeah. We're looking at you, Sean Payton. Speaking of Sean Payton, the head coach of the victorious Denver Broncos, we all picked Denver because nobody had faith in the Cowboys to come back and repeat what they did the week before.
Okay, wait. So funny story about the Cowboys game.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was at a birthday party, after work.
Yeah.
And they to proceed to turn on the Cowboys game. I turn around to look at the TV. And it was so funny just seeing Cowboys I guess like 12 or 11 or something. And then the Broncos being at 34. I got such a good laugh out of that. That was because they were like, "Oh, let's see how the Cowboys are doing."
Oh, they suck again.
They're doing
Oh,
nothing.
we suck again. Yeah.
They're doing nothing.
Well, I mean, the bright spot of that game for them was Denver's first play from scrimmage when Bo Nix threw that interception. But then after that, it was all downhill.
Here's the
That
thing.
game is so funny.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is I've been hearing for the last couple of weeks that Dak Prescott might receive the MVP.
How?
I have no idea, dude. I was laughing the
About
entire
MVP. We are. I know that's what you're hearing. But
Yeah.
for those who say that Dak Prescott's going to get the MVP this year, no,
Yeah, no.
absolutely not. I don't think that there is a singular quarterback that kind of just jumps out at me as being.
You know what's really sad? I think it was Stephen A. Smith that was saying it.
He had to have been trolling, man. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
He had to have been trolling.
It's like saying the Cowboys are great. You don't actually mean it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Cowboys, right? So, a side note, we're packing things up and we're going through storage units and stuff like that. 'Cause we're getting ready to move my in-laws into their retirement community, right? So, the girls, being my wife and her sister, found a VHS tape of themselves from 35 years ago. Ain't a damn VCR to be found, right? I have endeavored to find a working VCR. So, and I told them, I said, do not get your hopes up that there's going to be anything watchable on that tape because, VHS tapes, the magnetic tape degrades over time. And I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, Cowboys fans couldn't watch the Super Bowl victories of the 90s, right? Because those VHS tapes bit the dust a long time ago, right? So if anybody out there in the viewing audience has access to a VCR, a working VCR, and they just want to get rid of it, hit us up. We'll give you a shout out. Absolutely, we'll give you a shout out. If it needs a little bit of refurbishing, I know how to solder. I can get the chipsets. If I got to replace transistors, no, not vacuum tubes, dickhead. Transistors, I can do that. So it is what it is. So moving forward,
let me ask my dad.
Well, I'm still looking for a PS for a PS Vita. So I'm just saying.
Anyways,
help a guy out. Anyway, moving on. The Titans at the Colts.
This is like C.
Yeah, this is like the C game. So we all picked the Colts. The Colts won.
Yay.
Sad. I'll say this though, for the Colts owner, she is on the sideline every
Dude,
weekend taking notes.
I think that's the only reason why they're winning so hardcore.
Right?
Shit,
Like, good
dude.
on her. And it's the owner, it's the late owner's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So she inherited the team. And
Going
dude,
full on.
dude, she's going full ham on it, and I am here for that chaos.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, whatever you're doing, girl, you keep doing it because it's working. It's working hard for you. Last night's game,
This is Packers payback, really.
yeah. Well, it was all about Aaron Rodgers playing against the Packers, and he's like, "Oh, I played for them for 18 seasons." Blah 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 blah. Okay, we get it. And you won a Super Bowl with them. Awesome.
Mhm.
And it was a competitive game for a little while, and then the fourth quarter happened, and Packers pulled away, 35-25. No, Chris and Colin picked Green Bay, so they got the pick right. You and I, we not so much.
Yeah.
We had too much faith in the ghost of Aaron Rodgers. So yeah.
I should have
So the game is tied at half at 7 apiece for between Washington and Kansas City. Now we are already on week 9.
Yeah.
Week 9, people. Week 9. We're talking about week 9 here. I mean, good Lord.
We're
All
talking,
right, let me get
practice.
this pulled up. Practice, I know.
What
See,
the-
Colin gets it. Colin knows exactly what I'm practice. How about practice?
Come
Which is funny because no. Yeah, so you do know what I'm talking about because that they were talking about practice in Ted Lasso, right?
Yeah.
The top playoffs. That's all. Dude, it's old school NFL playoffs. What about the playoffs? The playoffs. I'm like, no, but it's a whole scene in Ted. If you not watch Ted Lasso on Apple TV, do it. Best show ever. Like, you get emotionally involved in this show.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Dude, I am stoked because they're filming season 4 right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a women's soccer team though.
Yeah, I don't care. It's still owned by Rebecca, and AFC Richmond is still going to be a thing. They're still going to play on the same pitch. Roy Kent. He's there. He's every fucking where. Roy Kent. He's still going to be in the show. So I'm here. I'm here for it, bro. Okay. I'm sitting there. I was like, this is a show about soccer. I'm like, come on. But dude, I'm telling you. And you see the TikTok trend, like depression can't hit a moving target, and people are doing the Ted Lasso dance. I'm trying to teach myself how to do that. And I'm going to make an embarrassing video. And Colin, I need you to learn this dance and do it with me. Come on, dude.
I'll look it up.
Come on.
I'll look it up.
For those of you who are listening and that know Colin did a very dangerous thing, and he taught me how to floss. when he was way little, right? Colin would do the floss so fast, like his hands and his arms would become a blur, and I was afraid that he was going to rip something in his shoulders. All right, so
and then you see me zipping a ball from outfield, and you see my arm.
Yeah, no, I get it. But then when I tried to do
much worse.
There was a little girl, so we did this like trunk or treat thing at church last night. Where the Halloween, people come around or whatever, right? This little girl comes up and she's dressed like the fish from Fortnite. And I was like, you're not going to get this candy unless you floss with me. She puts down her bucket and it was a moment. It was okay. Anyways, Thursday night, we have got the Ravens at Miami. Now, do we trust the resurgence of the Baltimore Ravens, or do we look at the potentially one-off offensive outburst of the Miami Dolphins?
I'm going Ravens.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens on this one. I've got a little bit more
I'm
faith
taking
in
the Ravens.
Baltimore. All right. And I'm going to shoot Chris a text as soon as the show's over and be like, listen here, Bucky, no more giving me your picks at the last second. I need that shit before tomorrow morning. So it's not like he's doing anything.
Yeah.
Come on. He's not even listening to the show. Ass. Anyway, next up, we've got the Bears at Cincinnati. I don't know about this one, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm with that one too, but I'm still going with the Bears.
You're going with the Bears. I'm going to take Cincinnati. Just because. All right, Colin. Lay down some knowledge here, kid. Drop some knowledge bombs.
How did Cincinnati do last week?
They lost, but by like 1 point.
Yeah, it's still a viable team, but it's still it's not like 4 years ago. Or no,
I'll
3.
go. I'll go with the Bengals.
Hey, the verdict's in. There we go. So, all right. So we're gonna do Cincinnati. All right.
So
next up-
I could see the Bears winning. Like there's a good chance of them winning.
Okay.
Right. All right. So we've got the Vikings at Detroit. I'm taking Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna,
That one's pretty easy. It's like, I mean, Detroit's kind of playing like ass right now. They're at 5 and 2.
Seen
But
the videos? Have y'all seen the videos of the guy who like he does like a skit of both teams and like
Yeah.
and like when it comes to the Detroit Lions, he has like a belt and he's like, we're gonna lay the smack down.
Next up, we have got the Carolina Panthers going to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. They're going to be playing the Packers. I'm taking Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah.
Going Broncos this next one.
This game. I tried to get tickets to this game.
Hmm?
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. The Broncos coming to Houston. The Broncos versus the Texans. I know in my heart of hearts that the Broncos are going to come in here and they're going to embarrass the Texans, but begrudgingly, I'm going to pick the Broncos on this game.
I'm going Broncos.
Uh,
Begrudgingly, you should they're actually a good team this year.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah. Well, they were a good team last year.
Yeah, they were a good team last year. So
they were a good team last year. That's the reason why we started, picking them and stopped calling them donkeys.
No, because remember, I was the only one for the first good chunk of the season last year that picked the Broncos.
You know what? No, and this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion going to be considered an emotional pick. Okay, but I just want to put this out there. Seeing what now, albeit it was a depleted San Francisco 49ers team, seeing what the offense from Houston was capable of doing, I think they're going to be able to continue that at least in some capacity against the Broncos. I'm going to change my pick. I'm going to go with Houston.
Okay.
I may be wrong, and I'm probably going to be wrong.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy.
You taking the Broncos, Colin?
That even for me, that sounds weird. I'm like,
You taking Houston?
I'm gonna take Houston.
All right, my boy. Okay, what's up? We know that this is going to be a split house because we know that Chris is going to take the Broncos on that one. And I mean, that's the logical choice. But
I'm getting that, I'm getting that magical gut feeling of I'm looking into the future.
Yeah. All right, so we've got the Falcons going up to Foxborough to play the Patriots at Gillette Stadium.
Pats.
Yeah, I'm taking the Pats on that one.
Yeah.
Next up, we have got the 49ers at the now mortal New York Football Giants.
Yeah, Super Twins. But
yeah.
go Niners.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners on that one.
Yarp.
Okay. The Colts going to Pittsburgh.
Colts.
Yeah.
You
Taking the
see,
Colts.
I'm in a weird situation here. Because I found out certain people that I know are Steelers fans.
Suck it
Look,
up.
look.
Extra fingers.
I'm going to lay this out for you clean and simple. Okay, Colin. You're a member of this show. You're a member of this fine, upstanding podcasting company. If said person is a Steelers fan, that's on them.
No. See, these are important people to me now.
No, I get that. But your pick, based on your logical conclusions, should have nothing to do with their preferences.
How did the Steelers?
Because here's the thing, son. The ability to shit talk people is a wonderful perk when you're right.
I mean, I'll go with the Colts. There's
See, there you go.
no, I was just
And if certain people give you grief because you didn't pick the Steelers,
I don't
just
think they
give them my
actually
number,
care.
give them my email address. I don't care. Have them reach out to me, and I will explain it to them in terms that they can understand.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean.
I'm not gonna be mean. You know better than that. It's not like they're the neighbor from across the way coming over here telling me that I need to keep my dogs inside because it's disturbing her peace. Whatever.
That's so funny.
Fuck out of here. Okay. Next up, we've got the Chargers going to Nashville.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers on that one.
Yeah.
This is the no shit game of the week, guys. The Saints going to LA to play the Rams.
No, the Chargers and Titans, the first one. Second
well,
one, the Saints and the Rams. So it's the Rams.
Yeah, it's going to be an all LA weekend, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
What about you, Colin?
Rams.
Okay. He's like, duh. So, next up, we've got the Jaguars going to Vegas to play the Raiders.
I'm this year's Jaguars are actually surprising me. So,
They are. I'm taking the Jags on this one just because I'm like, in good conscience, I can't pick the Raiders right now because I mean they're 2-5.
Yeah. I mean, last week that kind of failed us horribly, but yeah.
Yeah, right. What about you, Colin? You taking the Jags? Okay. All right. Next up, this is going to be a good game. This is a Sunday afternoon game. We've got the Kansas City Chiefs going to Orchard Park, New York, to play the Buffalo Bills.
This is kind of upsetting because they got to work Sunday, but yeah, the Bills.
Yeah. I'm taking Buffalo, and it's not because I can't stand to pick Kansas City. It's because I think genuinely, yes, while the Chiefs are starting to figure it out and starting to gel a little bit, their timing's starting to pick up, and they're starting to win. Starting to play good football. I think at some point, while the Buffalo secondary is a little suspect right now, I think that the law of averages are going to be on their side because Buffalo's run defense is absolutely stout.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna shut down a majority of the run plays being run by Kansas City. I think the Bills are going to pull this one out. So yeah. Next up, we've got Sunday Night Football. This one's going to be in Washington, where the Seahawks go to visit the Commanders. Both teams, I mean, their record reflects 5-2 for Seattle, 3-4 for Washington. I think at the
I'm going
end of
with
the
Redskins.
yeah, I'm taking Washington on that one. What about you, Colin?
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
What? You said Washington.
We're talking about Seattle and Washington, bud.
Not the Monday night game, the Sunday night game.
Oh, the Sunday night game.
Yes.
Okay, what game are we talking about? What am
Sunday
I?
night, Seattle at Washington.
Oh. Why did I think it was the Cardinals?
Because that's the next game.
Washington.
know.
What
You
the-
skipped ahead.
Thank you so much. Monday Night Football. The Cardinals at the Cowboys. You know, I'm probably going to hate myself in the morning for it. And it's going to be a very, very distinctive walk of shame, but I'm going to take Dallas.
I'm doing Cardinals.
No, I'm going to take the Cowboys.
And for no other reason, it is because the Cardinals played that much worse.
Yeah, that is the only reason why. Anyways, I will check you guys later. Love you guys.
All right, man. Love you too, bro. I will make sure I will get those clips up. But everybody say, see you later, David.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later, David. Bye. Okay. So the teams on the bye week next week are the Jets, the Browns, the Buccaneers, and the Eagles. Their next games are going to be at Cleveland, New York, the New York Jets. Buccaneers are going to be in New England, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be going to Green Bay for Week 10. But yeah, I'm pretty confident with these picks. A little bit of nerd news. Halo Campaign Evolved was announced over the weekend. The trailer for it, my God in heaven.
It looked pretty.
Amazing. And you know what? Yeah, I'll pay $70 for it. I don't care. I'm going to pick up a physical copy just because. I mean, I've got physical copies for all the other Halo games. Why break the streak now? Yes, I will be buying it on Xbox. I'm hoping that it's going to be not next gen exclusive because I would like to do the co-op with you.
Oh, it's going to be 100% next gen exclusive.
Damn. So co-op will be at my place then. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
But
Just because like it's maybe not
unless you pick it up for PlayStation. I mean, we've got time because it's not going to come out until next year.
Yeah, but also I have me not trying to spend a lot of money.
No, I know. Like I said, you've got time.
Yeah.
So when the pre-orders open up, you just go put your $5 down and you pay it off until it comes out.
Yeah.
A little bit at a time. Baby steps, bud. Baby steps. But yeah, no, with Halo coming out again, this is the third remake of Combat Evolved. This one is actually a true remake. So I guess it's not a reboot. It's not a remaster like the Master Chief Collection version was. This is an actual remake because they're using the Unreal 4 engine. And man, and on top of that, there's going to be 3 prequel missions. So there's going to be 3 brand new missions.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say because what makes a remaster is just better graphics. Like nothing new, it's just upscaling.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
a remake is new content.
Yeah, so they've added the ability to pick up energy swords in this game. They've also added the sprint, and there's been people that have already been they were allowed to play the beta, and it was a pre-build beta at Microsoft, and the reports coming out from that are amazing. People are like, the sprint does not bother me as much as people are trying to pretend that it's going to bother them.
Oh, and it's
And-
also funny because there's one guy who's doing the beta,
Mhm.
and he spent the entire time just like loading ammo into this one enemy for blood splatters on the ground.
I can't wait. This is going to be. I mean, I'm an old school Halo guy, and I just, dude, I can't wait. It's going to be so nice. Would it be even better is if they do like cross platform?
Mhm.
That would be nice. That would be great. I'm not buying into the whole end of the console wars thing because, I mean,
I don't care about console.
I'm more of an Xbox guy. Yes,
Yeah,
but that's just a historical thing.
I have more nostalgia and more like I lean a little bit closer to Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
And but it's also I have a like it's I have I have PlayStation 5. I don't have the new Xbox. So it's like it's harder to like fully like hammer that nail down.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, as I say that, right? And you know me, I've got the Series X, I got the PS5. You know, I also have a PS3. So, you know, I do a lot of retro gaming. I do a lot of stuff that I can't play backward compatible, right? So, but right now, like I said, I'm still playing Ghost of Yotei. Great game, right? So, you know, that's kind of my PlayStation fix right now. And then when Outer Worlds comes out on Wednesday, on the 29th, I'm probably going to hop over to that and get that game going for a little bit. Or I may just wait until I finish Yotei or Ghost of Yotei before I go over and start playing Outer Worlds too. But I don't know. It's a good time to be alive. No, it really isn't. But do you know of any other stuff that? Oh, so the Pokemon, what is it? AZ?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, dude, it's bombing. Like
Is it
hard? Oh, it
I
is
I imagine
hard.
so. I heard like some of it is good. Like I heard people don't mind new combat too much.
Well, there's a lot of people that bought it, played it, and returned it like the next day. I mean, they straight up went and just traded it back into GameStop. They were like, "Yeah, look, I know I'm going to take a loss on this, but here you go."
Yeah, well, so what they might have done also is like they might have caught every Pokemon, moved it to their Pokemon home, and they're just like, okay.
Right. Well, I mean, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I imagine they're gonna make a lot of the money back when Metroid Prime 4 comes out or some of the upcoming Nintendo stuff.
Yeah. So I showed Colin and his brother pictures of the new Gundam that I had just finished building. Because I had to right now, my big project on my build desk right now is the 1/537 scale version of the Enterprise refit from the motion picture. And it's kind of aggravating me because the kit is absolute garbage, right? I mean, hot ass, right? Dog water. Nothing fits together right. I mean, shit looks crooked. I'm just like, damn. If it wasn't for the fact that I've already got wires running through this model, I would just take it all apart and start over. So, but you know, I needed to use this as a learning moment, but I had to take a break from it because it was just driving me nuts. And I had a Gundam that was sitting on my on my backlog pile. So I just pulled it out and started doing it and building it. I went to go buy some action bases today at Hobby Lobby. You know, they're about $10 a piece. And when I went in there day before yesterday, they had 4 of them left. And I was like, all right, great. And I'm just going to go pick these up on Monday when and and just, go in, because I get tired of looking at the shelf because people can't quit bumping into it and knocking stuff over. I had to rebuild one of my Gundams because somebody had knocked it off and didn't bother to tell me. They just kind of stuck it back up on the shelf. So I had to put it back together. So I was going to get some action bases to make sure everything was stable. Well, they were out of action bases. I'm like, well, crap. But, people that do go to Hobby Lobby, they have those wonderful 40% off sales every once in a while. They had 40% off today on boxed model kits. I went and got a new master grade. Went and got a new master grade. I'm like, oh boy. Yep. It's so much. So much, dude. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to get, there was another one. It was all black. I can't remember which one it is now, but it had gold trim on it. And I don't know. It just looked a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little extra, a little much. And I'm like, I can't. I gotta have something where I can put panel lines into it and etch, accuracies and stuff. So I ended up getting this one. That one will probably take me like 3 or 4 days to build, just because you have to build the frame first before you put the armor on. But yeah. Oh, and I also bought a Pikachu model. Little cheap Pikachu, right? You put it together. I'm gonna play around with some anime shading on Pikachu, just to kind of see if hey, if this is something I can do. Because ultimately, I want to be able to build one of these Gundams with that anime shading on it, that cell shading, where it makes your brain hurt because you're looking at something that's obviously animated, but you're living in the real world, right? You've seen those videos. I've shown you those videos. But yeah. You got anything else?
The Chainsaw Man movie passed 100 million already.
Oh yeah? Did you get a chance to go see it?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go see it probably Sunday.
Okay.
Then besides that, I'm trying to think. I've been busy, so I haven't been keeping up on everything. So
Yeah.
Hold on, me. Oh, whoa! Paramount will lay off 1,000 employees this week.
Yeah. Well, that's because Sundance Studios bought them. I mean, not Sundance, Skydance Studios.
Netflix can do a Crash Bandicoot animated series, or it's in the works.
Okay. They were supposed to have done like a live action Gundam series. I don't ever remember seeing that come out. So I don't know if that got canceled or what. But let me see. There's been so that show The Expanse. Yeah, I got Mindy hooked on it, dude. And I'm pretty proud about that. I'm pretty proud of that. If you have not seen The Expanse, it's 6 seasons long. It's on Amazon Prime. It is a great, great show. It's based on a really good series of books. I wish I had that series of books. It's like $150 for the set. So it's like 10 novels or something like that. But it's a great series. Writing is really well done. Past that, I don't know, man. We're just coming up a little bit over the hour mark, so I think we need to go ahead and land the plane.
Yep.
All right. Well, because we do our patriotic duty here at Angry Me Production, we cannot close out this episode without a word from our president. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
There was once a pirate wonderful pirate. She was a terror on the high seas and a demon in the sheets. A credit to lesbians everywhere, really, a great lesbian pirate. Her name was Bearded Clam. She really was wonderful. Anyway, as she used to say, as she plundered both booty and pussy, scissor me timbers.
And with that being said, you have become privy. If this is your first time here, come back next week. Actually, tune in Wednesday because, we talk about college football. We talk crap to each other. But Mondays are the predominant show. We talk sports. We talk nerd stuff, obviously. But yeah, if you haven't done it yet, give us a subscribe to our channel. Give us a like, hit the notification bell. So that way you get a 30-minute notification before we do go live. Wednesdays, we don't go live on YouTube. We go live exclusively on X. So give us a follow there at Angry Me Production. And with that being said, I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm Colin Skelton.
And you've become privy. You've become indentured. You might have to do a walk of shame later, but for now, just enjoy the ride. You don't have to go home, people, but you definitely cannot stay here. So fare thee well, Felicia, and peace out.